But they hear what the people they talk. What you get, I shall kill it till love. See love when I wanna get another one. I go take and do waiting I love. Waiting you love, oh. No be waiting I love, oh. Waiting I love, I go do what we done my heart, oh. Go no be vodka. Mr. Money Changer. But when I know I know the ways that Mr.
You've been gone, it's an empty home. Come on back where you really belong. You are always welcome home, welcome home. You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. On this happy trip back to the promised land.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to another edition of Conversation Beyond Borders. You are streaming live on HYT African TV and across all social media platforms. I'm your host, Kiki, and today we are going to have a conversation on International Women's Day. Please invite somebody to share the live streams. Enjoy this with us because today is all about women. Today, we are not just celebrating International Women's Day, we are having an honest conversation about what it really means to be a woman in today's world. Beyond the themes and the hashtags, we are asking, what is the real experience, the real challenge, and the real progress? And I am joined by incredible women who are here to share their truth. They are women that has been part of their society. They've had impact and influence. They are going to tell us what it means to be a woman in today's world. And before I introduce them to you, you know how we do it. Let's go for a quick commercial break. And when we come back, I'm going to tell you about them. Stay tuned.
Wa afibia mu no nipa mpempem a ewo akwantom ema ne sika ba fie be ye niam bi te se adansi ayaresa hoka adesua hoka efie sikatua aware hoka ena eyie ene de keka ho nanso oha kese ewo we mu ni kwan ben so na wo fa hu se botaye nti a wo ma ne sika no ye de ye sa wo ma ne sika afa obi so de di sa adwuma we nam ne taaya yem hihie pa etoda eche na ahotoso biara eni so we enti na pay angel eden hihie so nko aba sika manim a yeto ne din direct to merchant remittance ye twa ne tia D2MR we ya kwampa a obetimi afa so ama ne sika edi ama ndwumako a woni won di dwuma wo abra emfa odasani ana intengine ni biara nsem na wakodi usika obetimi afa D2MR so ama ne sika ama wadofo san hihye yi so boa ndwumako nketo na pa o D2MR so no usiketua ye mprempren yenje wo hwe yama wo abotayem se usika ekobia ewose eko na ekodi dwuma a ewose edi pay angel D2MR aba masikamania ayememremre esanse emfa hu biem ne bia wo ana edwumako a oni omudinsa wo so ne ewo ye yintem ginafo nyine firi ho na yama wadi dwa na wamma ne sika ntem so eni ahotoso mu hwehwe pay angel kira kwan ewo Google Play Store ana Apple Store tua mo direct ne kase pay angela na wajise say global payments local simplicity.
Thank you for staying with me and welcome back. So today I'm joined by one amazing or two incredible women. And the first one is Mrs. Christiana Hansen. She is the founder and the director of Heduke Awareness CIC. And then I'm also joined by Mrs. Rebecca Anu. She is the deputy women organizer, a health visitor, and community public health nurse. And so, ladies and gentlemen, to my dear viewers, I welcome these amazing women to Conversation Beyond Borders. You are all welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let me start with Mrs. Christina. This year's theme of International Women's Day is Give to Gain. But before we go there, for context sake, I want you to tell us who you are so that our audience will get to know you.
Okay. As you've already introduced me, I'm Christiana Hansen, a mother, an advocate for women's health, and then a founder of Heduke Awareness CIC, a community interest company which creates awareness for women and girls' reproductive health issues. Yeah.
Right. So this year's International Women's Day came with a strong theme. So what does this year's theme mean to you in real life? Not just words, but in action. Give to gain.
Yeah, okay. I really love the theme this year because it's aligned with what I'm actually doing this year. As for me, as a founder of Heduke Awareness CIC, this year's International Women's Day theme is not just something I speak about, but it is something I lived and built through my work every day. In real life, it means turning pain into purpose and using my personal journey to create safe spaces for other women and girls. So having experienced reproductive health challenges myself, I understand how silence, stigma, and lack of support can actually affect every area of a woman's life, from her confidence, her education, career well-being as well. So in action, this theme means creating platforms for open conversation, providing practical support, and bringing together professionals, the communities to empower women and girls. It also means showing up consistently, even when it is difficult. So, yeah, not waiting for a change, but becoming part of the change through action, service, and impact. So, yeah, that is my take on the thing.
Thank you so much. Madam Becky, let me come to you. Can you tell our audience who you are?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Mrs. Rebecca Anun, like you said. I'm a qualified nurse with a pediatric background, and currently I'm a community public health specialist, nurse, yeah, what we call health visitors.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing currently.
How do you resonate with everything you said about your job, being a
Please.
public health nurse? You also have pediatry and everything. It looks like you're doing much in the community. And here I
Yeah.
can also see that you are the deputy women organizer. How do you resonate with the team Give to Gain?
Okay, thank you very much. Before then, I will just go back a bit with my previous experience with learning disabilities. So I've worked with people living with learning disabilities, from complex needs to autism to ADHD to people who communicate with challenging behaviors. Okay, so now let's come back to the theme, Give to Gain. I think when we were talking, we did say a lot. And for me, this really resonates with me because growing up as a child, back home in Africa, we were seeing that, the kitchen belongs to the girls in terms of education. It's really difficult for a girl child to go through. But coming here in the UK and going through my nursing career and now becoming a health visitor, this has put me in a position whereby I'm able to, see families or mothers with babies, some going through a lot of difficulties, some are first time mothers. So, with my background, with what I've been through from back in Africa, growing up, and being here in the UK, I have been able to use that channel, that position to advocate, to empower, to also signpost families to resources that can help them to impact in their families or their children. And we work with the government and other professionals because the program that we deliver is called Healthy Child Program. We believe that every child, irrespective of their background, deserves a best start in life. So we use that from promoting mental health, and you see a lot in this as a practitioner. You see a lot of struggles, mothers, especially when they have issues like either the child is not gaining weight, the child is not feeding well, and as a mother, looking at a way to make sure that things happen. So I am there with them, any child under the year, under from 0 to 5. So we walk through with them, and I've seen a lot, and it's so amazing to see, so fulfilling to see the child that you saw as a baby growing up and thriving because of the support that they have received. Thank you.
I just want to stay on you, Madam Becky. But women, naturally, we are, somebody will say we are naturally givers. And so what is the big deal of celebrating International Women's Day? Because whatever you are saying, a man can also do it better.
Really? Well, from
Yes.
my experience, I think we spoke behind the scenes, and I was saying, anything that goes well, mostly the credit is given to a man. They say behind a successful man. So the man is projected first, and then they will say there is a woman. But women are doing more, a lot more, and we know in this modern age, we are all working. We have career women who have families. Some are even carers. They are looking after maybe a child with complex needs, a child with learning needs. Women are doing a lot. And what nature has gifted us, is that multitasking.
Yeah.
Nobody can take that from a woman. A woman can go to work, has a busy and busy schedule. Sometimes they will not have a good experience, yet they will come home, the children are there, and this same mom will go to the kitchen to provide, to put food on the table. So women are doing a lot. And like I said from the onset, since Adam, women have been doing a lot. And women have produced presidents, they have produced great leaders, they have produced a lot, of people. And without women, the world will not be a better place for all of us to live in.
Yeah.
So
Right.
women need more than celebrating, but like I said, we are getting there. And this year, Give to Gain, I think it's also, we have to look at sometimes women resting. We learn something about stress bucket, where it gets full and you have to offload. So it is time that as women are giving, it is time for us to offload, to put our feet down, to say that, we deserve that rest. We deserve to be pampered. We deserve to be acknowledged. So I think women are doing more.
Thank you. Mrs. Hunter, let me come to you. So there is this saying that what a man can do, a woman can do better. And then we are also proving to the men that we can do better. So still, my question is, what are we doing differently that means that we need to be celebrated every day? Because we have Women's Day, we have Mother's Day, we have all the days. And it's like we are prioritizing ourselves as, we are kind of special. I'm a woman, I'm not being biased, but I just want to understand that we want to challenge the men. We want to say that if they are president, we can be president. If they are vice, we can be vice. If they are this, if they are engineers, we want to be in that space with them. Are we complaining?
What I would say is, as Mommy said before, that in those days, in our time, me growing up, I grew up in a family where my dad was more of educating us. But looking at my grandparents' house, whenever we visit the village, I see most of the women at home doing everything. The men go to the farm, they come in, and then the women are at home all the time. Let me ask a question. When we are home, the kids, when they come, who do they call first? Mom, I want this. Mom, I want that. You wouldn't see any of them going to their dad to say, Dad, this, that. Since I gave birth to my kids, all I've been hearing is mom. Even though they are old now, still, they still come to me. They still ask, Mom, this, Mom, this. Sometimes their dad will even say, why is it that you always go to your mom?
Is that not the environment you created? You gave them an atmosphere where they can walk up to you.
It's because we, the women, we have this kind of, what word would I use? Is it
compassion?
We have this kind of compassion, not just towards our kids. It's something that is in us. It's naturally with women. We create this kind of love and compassion around everybody. So, we feel the pain. When a woman is pregnant, the pain that they go through. And when the baby comes out, you see the emotions that they get to, they hold on to the babies. It's the same way they wouldn't want their kids to go wayward. So they try to create that kind of environment so that anything that the kids want, it's like something that they created, something like a trust between them and the kids. Most of the time, when I was growing up, I was so scared of my dad. It's not like he beats us. My dad never touched any of us, but my dad is a very strict man. And anything we pass through our mom to tell him. And anytime our mom goes to her dad and say, oh, the kid says this, my dad is like, why can't they come straight to me? It's because of the environment he has created. Because whenever we see our dad coming, it's not like he will beat us, or he won't. But the moment we see his car lights coming, we run. Because he wants you to be behind your books. He will scream. The way he will even look at you. You understand me? But our mom is like, we can sit with her, we can laugh with her, we can do everything with her. And that kind of thing it's not just, it's not like our dads, our fathers don't like us, but it's just that it's the compassion that we women we have. That is why this case always run to us. So it's naturally, it's just there. It's the pain that we go through that we use towards the children. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just there. It's something that is naturally, like it's there for all women. So yeah.
Right. Thank you. Let me come to Madam Becky. From your journey so far, what is one moment where you felt challenged or limited because you're a woman? And how did you respond to that?
I think it's every step, not even not just from men, but from your fellow woman. There has been a lot of challenge. And I think one time that I really was challenged was through my career to become a health visitor. It was so hectic. It was so challenging because the moment I started, as women, and my dear sister Christiana mentioned, women are physically, we are everything. The empathy, the love, and this brings my mind back on when we are breastfeeding. There is this hormone called oxytocin. The moment you start, the feel, as soon as the baby comes to you to even suck your breast or to breastfeed, that hormone, it transfers between you and the baby. So that love and the nurturing, it's inbuilt, like our sister said. So when I started this training, and it was also when I was wrapping up, it was during the election where we have to be campaigning. It wasn't easy. But what really challenged me was my own fellow woman trying to make things difficult
Yeah.
for me to pass this training, And apart from, especially here in this country, apart from being a woman, there are other things that also go into the challenges we face. Your race, the color of your skin. So you have a lot apart from, the challenge as a woman getting up daily for your daily routines. This also comes. And then whilst I was studying, like I said, you are campaigning. And then you have the children. Because you are not physically there, emotionally there for you, everything breaks apart. Because as women, we are holding the family together. Everything breaks apart. So you have to start to multitask. You have to look after your children to make sure that everything is going well. So that was the challenge. But you see, apart from all the empathy, we also have that inbuilt resilience, and that really kept me going. And I said, well, look, even if he had to take me to defer, I would defer and still complete this course. And I was able to do that. And that really makes me feel proud because I'm now a qualified health visitor, so that I'll be able to impact into more women.
Thank you so much, Auntie Becky.
Resilience was what kept me going.
Thank you very much. Madam Christina, when did you ever feel, challenged? From Auntie Becky's submission, she said her fellow woman was trying to, mess up with the whole thing. I just want to ask, are we our own enemies?
Oh, yes, we are, definitely. I've had challenges at my workplace, even from friends as well. Sometimes when you are trying your best to get to somewhere, you get your own friends saying, "Oh, you are being too known. You are doing too much. This and this and that." It happens. We women, we are own enemies, and we create that kind of thing for men to stand on it. So yes, women are our own enemies. I've gone through so many challenges anyway. Apart from my workplace, personally and in reality, one of the most challenging moments in my journey was during my struggle with my reproductive health as well. In 2018, I started having symptoms. And anytime I go to the hospital, like I often felt I was on head, like they dismiss anything. Anytime I go to the hospital, I tell them this is happening, they just dismiss it. They tell me, "Oh, you are a woman. Women go through it anyway." Sometimes they tell me this is it. This is to the extent that they mentioned something. They said it's a condition called menorrhagia. I said, I said, what is that? The doctor just looked at me. I came home and then I had to research and know what that is. And it was a time that affected my confidence as well. Whenever things like this happen, being it a challenges with your health, being it a challenge with your fellow woman or anything, it affects your confidence. It affects your well-being, your daily life. But instead of allowing that experience to silence you, I chose to turn it into a purpose. And that purpose is when I began speaking up. I started doing research. I started educating myself. And eventually, that is where I am now, creating Educate Awareness to support and educate other girls and women to speak up as well. So that moment of limitation became a turning point, reminding me always that our voices can also create a change.
Thank you very much. Wow, it's been a lot to take in. Dear viewers, let's go for a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we'll talk about Anna's perspective of how the society view women. Stay tuned. We will be right back.
That dream of studying and working abroad has been made much accessible to everyone, including you. So worry less about how you're going to get there, because we always make it happen. This is StepFinders Ghana Limited. We offer a highly professional guidance and support system, both in your university and visa application process. StepFinders Ghana Limited is a highly trusted agency of the University of the West of Scotland, one of the largest modern universities offering a range of academic, social, and sporting facilities. You can apply for undergraduate, master's and PhD in business and creative industries, education, social sciences, computing, engineering, physical sciences, health, and life sciences. Come through StepFinders, and for your studies, you get yourself a laptop or a £500 gift voucher. Call on +233 598 488804. WhatsApp on +44 7404 711 049. Send us an email or visit our website for more information.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. Madam Christy, let me come to you on this. We hear a lot about women empowerment. In your honest opinion, are women truly empowered, or are we just celebrating progress in whatever we are doing?
In my honest opinion, I believe we are seeing progress, but not to the extent that we want to see. But to me, yeah, there is progress. It's not always the depth of empowerment we celebrate. There is more visibility, but true empowerment goes beyond that. It is about access, equity, and consistent support. Through my work, I still see women facing barriers, especially in our community and in terms of health. The stigma and all other stuff. Because of that, most women don't want to come out and talk. I'll use myself as an example. When I was going through all this, I wasn't talking to anybody because I felt...
Were you scared you'd be judged?
No, the reason is because anytime I seek help with my health professional, the doctors, they just dismiss me. They tell me, oh, take paracetamol. They started giving me like a whole lot of painkillers. So I felt like they were not listening to me. And when I had a word with my mom was like, oh, it's women's issue, so you'll be fine. I also went through it. But I saw that it was more. There was more to it than what is happening. Could you believe it took a man to diagnose what was actually happening to me? He was a Ghanaian doctor. I went back to the hospital because I went back to the doctor. I started pressing on them. So when I went there, he only came in like a visiting doctor. And I told him everything, how long it's been happening. And he said, no, I think I know what this is. And he said to me, this ultrasound and things does not reveal what I think. So I want you to go and do an endoscopy and then an MRI scan. And then he booked an urgent one. I went in and lo and behold, they found it. So with this, it broke my confidence. When I was growing up, I was somebody who speak up a lot. But because of this, I started developing anxiety. I couldn't stand in front of people. I couldn't talk. I couldn't go to public space. I couldn't, I felt like even if I say it, people will not believe me. So most of the time, I see this happening. And there are more women out there. Do you know that when I started this work, a lot of women come into my DM, ask me questions. Oh, can I speak with you? Can I say and a lot of girls come over. One of the girls who did my hair was talking to me and she told me about what she was going through. It's the same thing I also had. So with this conversation, she was able to speak up. And I had to get in touch with the dad. And the dad was like, oh, yes, every month, this girl had to be rushed to the hospital and she misses school. So with this, I think the more we break these barriers, I think the more people will come out. But still, there are women who are still facing these barriers, who are out there, who are not speaking.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was even able to speak to just a friend of mine whom I know was going through it. And she was the one who was able to bring me out to speak up.
Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm so happy that you were able to get the help in time. And credit to the doctor that also was hasty enough to ensure that you were safe and then you are here with us today. So wherever he is, we thank him. And congratulations as well. Madam Becky, we are talking about empowerment, women empowerment. Everywhere you go, women empowerment, women are doing something unique. In your honest opinion, like I asked Madam Christina, are you sure we are being empowered enough? Because from your last submission, we are noted for not supporting each other, but we are here always screaming, women supporting women. Are we supporting each other?
I think there is a progress, like my sister said earlier on. But as a woman, and that brings me to, I also had to go through diagnosis, high prolactin, and then tumor in the pituitary gland, and eventually they have to remove that. But prior to that, again, it's a struggle. You have to keep pushing, for the diagnosis to happen. And once I had the surgery removed, I was told I was not going to have another child. But whilst I was recovering from that surgery, I had my daughter. So I've got 2 children. But in terms of progress in women empowering or women empowerment, there is a sort of progress. At least we are going somewhere. But working as a frontline professional, the reality behind, it's a lot. And like my sister said, women are going through a lot. People are carrying invisible burdens that we can't see socially, financially. People are struggling, especially women. And yet we put out this brave face just to be strong, And I remember my mom, because I come from a background of my dad married three wives. So, as a mother, it wasn't an easy thing. And you remember those days, they say, because of the children, you have to stay in the marriage. Whether you are being abused domestically, you still have to stay, put up with all those abuses because of your children. But like I said, people are going through a lot. And empowerment is not only about celebrating success stories or, celebrating people. Every year or International Women's Day, there is a theme. It's also about addressing the gaps, because we have women who don't have that access to education. There are other women who don't even, they didn't have education at all, and yet they are there. Look at our market women back home in Ghana. They are supporting the economy, so there is a lot that needs to go on. And thankfully, I'm not trying to be political, but we have a first vice president
Yeah.
in Ghana who is shining the light, who is showing women, who is empowering women, and that needs to continue so that the gap will close from the mother who is a stay-home mother to the career woman. We need that access. And like I said earlier on, the whole world, women who are CEOs are just 6% of the population globally.
Why is that? Are we doing something wrong?
That's what I'm saying. That the gaps need to close. We need that access, not just celebrating. Look at women. If you look at different organizations, how much are women getting? When we go for maternity leave, they will say it's a cost to that organization. But people are forgetting what women are doing. Like I said, women can multitask. And my workplace, we have this new software that we are using. As soon as the moment I step in, whether I finish seeing my clients, my colleagues will be calling me because I'm very good with that software. People will be calling me, I need help, I need this. And at the end of the day, you end up saving your organization a huge sum of money. You understand? So we need that access. It is about time that the whole system needs to be looked at again to accommodate women, to open more access so women can also rise up to the top.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And that was a great submission. Madam Christina, so we still have this challenge where people in the society or society believes that the place of a woman is in the kitchen and also in the bedroom. So with all the stress we are going through, then maybe somebody will say, okay, so our forefathers really saw, projected that they saw it in the future that if we take extra work aside the kitchen and the bedroom, we are going to be stressed out, like you are saying, that some of the positions that we find ourselves stresses us a lot. So you can attest to the fact that that was what probably our forefathers were trying to avoid. And so what are we doing to reverse that perception that people still have or society still has on women?
One thing is our mindset. The mindset of women. We've created this environment that we've been told that the kitchen belongs to women. So that is where we have to be. So it's everything about our mindset. It's in our mind that this is what people are saying. So to me, I think women need to let go of one thing women need to let go of is shrinking themselves into being accepted. This will show up as a self-doubt, silence, or waiting for permission. Sometimes we want to do something, you can do it, but you sit down, you shrink yourself, and you sit down and say, oh, I'm waiting for someone to give me permission before I can do it. With all this, I think we need to come out of it because, as I've said, we are already seeing women coming out. We've seen some women doing so well. when you go on some platform, you can see some, as Auntie Becky said, that there's only 6% of CEOs. I can attest that there are more coming up. I've seen women building themselves up. I've seen women trying to build brands, but they've not come out yet. This is because now we are trying to create that environment for them to be able to do what, to come out. So to me, we need to learn. We need to stop shrinking ourselves and just rise up. Create a space for others to also rise to. So
Right.
yeah, that's my
Thank you.
opinion on that. Yeah.
Auntie Becky, yeah, back to you.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Is our place still the bedroom? And what are we doing to change that perception?
Okay. So there is a lot, and I agree about the mindset, but also it's a cycle. Okay, because we still have our mothers, we still have, some of us, we have our grandmothers, and because they've gone through and we were raised, the way we were raised, also has a part to play. So we have that mindset. We were told that as a girl or a young girl, you have to help mom in the kitchen. And that is what I also instill in my daughter, but not just my daughter, because I have learned a lot that my son also needs to learn.
Yeah.
So I teach my son as well how to cook. So in terms of, that we need to break that cycle. Apart from having that mindset, we need to break that cycle and grow.
How do we break that cycle? Are there some concrete measures?
Yeah. Number one, we have to understand, or we have to have that belief that as women, we can't do everything alone.
Okay.
Because it's time to also assign people, delegate, and not just you. If you are cooking and your husband is watching a television, just assign something. I need help in the kitchen. Can you help with the dishes? There is nothing wrong with that.
That all hell will break loose.
I know.
But it depends on the way you go about things. Involve your children in the home so that they all have a shared responsibility. Okay? And as women, even though we carry that strength is not in isolation. Strength is about knowing when to reach out. Women out there, I just want you to know, don't let anyone run you down to say that you are not a good woman. Reaching out, delegating tasks doesn't make you any less of a woman. Remember, we spoke about this stress bucket. You have to know when you've had it up
Your
there
limit, yeah.
for you to offload. And by prioritizing yourself as a woman will also help. It is about time that we learn to say no, not yes to everything. Sometimes it is okay to say no to certain things. And I think by doing that, we will go somewhere. We will go somewhere. Let them talk. People will talk. Anything, when you are starting any new project,
yeah,
people will criticize. Yeah. People will not be happy. But we have to be bold, and also let them know that it is okay. Let them talk. But once they realize that at least helping, doing the dishes will help. Because if you need me in the bedroom, you need a woman who is ready. You need a woman who has the energy, not a woman who is tired. It has to be a two-way. You need to enjoy together. So if you want that, then we need to be asking or delegating tasks for men to also help. I think that is where I will, yeah.
Thank you very much. Madam Christy, let me come to you on this. So we've have challenges where women go to school, and in schools they are being harassed. Other times when you are going to seek for a job, they'll tell you, give me, you have what I want, something, that a phrase, I can't really remember, but they'll tell you, give me what you want and I'll give you what I have, or something of that sort. What are we doing to change that? What are some of the steps that we must enforce to ensure that that thing is changed? Because it's affecting young women, it's taking away their confidence, their self-esteem, and other times they are the victims. But when they are being caught, the stigma that it comes with, sometimes it makes them not even survive the society. So as women, what are we doing to change that? What are some of the practical steps we can enforce to ensure that all these things are not happening in our schools and also in our work areas?
Okay, so when it comes to the school areas, I know a lot of university students go through this. They go talk about their project work and stuff, and then you see some of the teachers or lecturers who say, "Oh, let me have something to do with you, and then I will pass you. I will let you pass without this and that." To me, we need to break that barrier. If you have confidence in yourself and you know very well that this course that you are doing, you know you will pass, why not? And if it keeps going on, report it. It's we are not in those eras anymore. To me now, as we said, things are progressing and women are being listened to, people are being listened to. There might be someone who will not listen to you, but by all means, there's someone out there who will listen to whatever you tell them. Secondly, at the workplace, I know it happens a lot. You go to work, look for work, and then the managers will be like, they know very well that you are qualified for the job, but they want to have something to do with you before. When it happens, if it's me, I will just walk away. And this is where it comes in, where I said previously that women needs to come up and build their own brands. Women needs to come up and do something for themselves. They need to create something, because women, we are, what word do I use? We already have this kind of
we have the willpower.
I've forgotten. We have
can
the
do
power.
anything we put our
Can
mind
use
to.
our hands on things. We can use our hands on things. We can cook. We can do things. So if you're a woman who knows how to cook, you can channel that to do something. You understand me? It's not per se that by all means you've gone to school, you've graduated, that you want to be an accountant, you've graduated that you want to be an administrator. So by all means, you have to do that. You have your hands. There are things that you can, if you know you are being harassed, going through all these things, I think you need to come out, create something for yourself as a woman. Do something. Because as I've said, I've seen women building their own brands, and very soon I'm sure women will come up. We will see more CEOs, we'll see more women coming up with brands, with their own brands.
Thank you very much. Auntie Becky, we're still on the matter. Women go to school, and other times it's not even about the women, it's about the fact that we want to copy, or we are looking up to a mentor who is those celebrities. We admire them so much with their flashy cars, their houses. Life is good when you look at them from afar. And so sometimes these young girls are being tempted to do things that are, are not right. For example, like I think last 3 weeks, we had this trendy issue about a Russian guy going to Ghana and then do all kinds of nasty things with women. And I saw comments where society were shaming these women. I'm not saying what they did was right, but they were shaming these women. And all that was going through my mind was, what if their families are watching? How can we break that barrier to support each other rather than, blowing everything out of proportion?
I think it is about time that women believe in themselves. Yes, it's good to look up to, mentors, people, and they are doing amazing, but you have to believe in yourself. Look deep down in you and see what can you do as a woman to empower yourself. So when we talk about that, it first comes to empowerment. Empowering yourself comes from within. You need to have that resilience. And I remember, I think, again, our sister Christiana mentioned something. I wanted to go to a training college, right? I have done all the application. And then, in Ghana, I know this person, go and see them. So I was living with this woman who knew someone that I need to go and see. I went there and he made me sit down. People were coming in, going out, and I was sitting down and I was like, what is going on? Then when it was about to get dark, around 6 o'clock, then this man came to me and then approached me to say, come and kiss daddy. I was like, really? In fact, I was young then, but I said to myself, I'm not going to do this. And fortunately for me, a call came because at that time all the principals have come to Accra to pick up, the candidates that they want to enroll in their teacher training. So fortunately, a call came in. And in my head, I was like, thank you, Lord. Then he said to me, sit here and wait for me. My sister, as soon as this man walked out, and I remember it was Ghana National Association of Teachers, their headquarters, and he was one of the top executives. As soon as this man walked out, it didn't take 5 minutes.
Top speed.
I was like, what am I sitting here for? I just walked out. So the next day, my madam or my mother contacted him to see the outcome. Have my application been paid? He said to my mother that I am one of the type of people that even when God comes down from heaven to help, I will not get that help. I was like, really? Because I didn't yield myself to you. Because I have to sleep with you before I can get into this college, then that should be it.
Take your college. That's it.
There is always a way. And then, by God's provision, my form was paid. And this college is happy. They were happy to have me as one of their students.
Yeah.
I was able to graduate successfully as a teacher. So these are some of the things. It is about time that women, look, you are stronger than you think. God has endowed us, like my sister said, we are creative. Women are naturally creative. They said give a woman a house and she will turn it into a home.
That's right.
Everything that a woman will lay their hand on, it will succeed.
Multiply, right?
You don't start from your own corner, your little way. You don't have to start and go straight on the top. You have to start from somewhere for you to get to your journey. So women, if we are able to understand that we are strong, and the men know.
Yeah.
Most of the men, they know. That is why they are scared of us. Look, when a woman is at the top, okay, the way that people try to pull them down because of their strength, because of their resilience, you have no idea about that. So my fellow woman, wherever you are, the young ones, those who are coming up, look, it's not a race. Life is not a race. You know, let us continue. Don't let that teacher tell you that because of you don't sleep with them, you are not going to get the grades.
Yeah.
Going during my nursing career, what some of the my colleagues told me when I was doing my placement, they said, look, when you pass this nursing, nobody is going to ask you whether you got a first class degree. And I know we need to aim high. You know, when you are working, you are not going to be paid extra for getting that first class. It is an honor. And yes, we have to work hard, but that is not the end of the world. You need to fight and do your own thing. And like he said, you will build your brand. I know people or women who did not even go through education, but they are making it big.
Oh, yeah.
They are making it big. So, my dear woman out there, you are stronger than you think.
Thank you so much.
Liberate yourself, and you can do more.
Thank you, Auntie Becky. Wow, that was a lot to take in. Dear viewers, let's go for a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll wrap up. But then we'll also focus on the future. Stay with me.
Ebusua, sa wo mani sika ifi America memu akofie de enka ni se gya otipa ye kra. If you say Pay Angel edi asem panaba. Pay Angel se mani sika fi America eko Ghana, Nigeria anase Kenya wasemantem. The money ye ni kaso nkoko ane se o bridge me bia enka ho ena won san chia sika biara eka dia wo mani ne pe ho. Ani zero stress and no hidden charges. Yes, sign our rater a dance ankasa. Into what trend download the Pay Angel app on or Google Play Store and also Apple Store. Then yes, you come on your way. Pay Angel, global payments, local simplicity.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with me. Madam Christine, before we wrap up, 10 seconds on this. Looking ahead, what kind of world do you want to see for the next generation of women? And what role do you think we must play to create that?
Okay, thank you. What I want to see is women supporting women. Sometimes we call ourselves sisterhood, but there is always comparison and competition among we the women. We see our fellow women going up instead of approaching them, collaborating with them or partnering with them, asking them to support them into what they are doing. We don't. Rather, we try to compare. We feel like we are in a competition, so we try to backbite. I think we need to come together as women. When you see your fellow woman doing something and you feel you can get something from it, why not approach them, talk to them, support them, and then learn from them? Because I love learning from people. This project that I'm doing, I picked it up from another woman who was already doing it. Her name is Elizabeth, Dr. Elizabeth Amwa, special lady. I picked it up from her. So to me, my advice to women is let's support each other. Let's work with each other. And I think we will get somewhere. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Auntie Becky, any last words, final words on what we should do? Looking forward.
My looking forward, my advice to women is know that success it's not only, excelling professionally. It's about making an impact. And like Professor Jenana said, she will open the door and not just open it, but hold it. So I want to, live to look in the future to see that women, especially girls, they grow up knowing that they are enough and that they don't have to prove anything. And women have proved all over and over and over. But I want to see women knowing that they are just enough. They don't have to prove it. I want to see a world where support systems are stronger to support women, where women's voices are heard and not dismissed. Like we've heard, in terms of even having diagnosis, being your voices are being dismissed. I want to see a world where women will come together, because you see, the more we are together, the stronger we are, and nobody can break us. I want to see a world where women will not allow themselves to be used by other men to destroy their fellow women.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Picking up a few comments on Facebook from Ibas Afik, she said, or he said, women are doing more. Well done to every woman out there. Then we have Peace Isabella. She said, I totally agree. Without women, the world wouldn't be a better place. Women are doing everything. And then we have one for Blasino. He said, whether it's raising children or caring for the aging parents, women still perform the vast majority of unpaid care job. And then we have others. Thank you very much, Madam Rebecca Anu, and also Madam Christiana Henson. Thank you for sharing your journey and insight with us. In fact, thank you so much for your honesty and your voices, and also the impact that you are making in the society. Today reminds us that empowerment is not just something we talk about. It's something we have to live. It's something we have to challenge and to continuously fight for. And to every woman and young girl watching, your voice matters, your story matters, and your place in this world is not up to negotiation. And so as we celebrate the International Women's Day, remember that we women, we are seen, we are valued. Whatever we touch, it becomes big. Unless we put our minds to it, the sky is our limit. So thank you so much, my dearest women, for coming on Conversation Beyond Borders. We are so grateful that you were able to change our perception that women, the place of a woman is not only in the bedroom or in the kitchen. It is we are like flowers. We blossom wherever we go. We're just a little tiny of water. So remember that women, we were created with purpose. And if we align our passion and our vision, of course, the sky will always be the limit. Thank you for joining in today's conversation. And up until next week, it is always and still Conversation Beyond Borders. Happy International Women's Day and enjoy the rest of the week. Good night.
You've been gone, it's an empty home. Come on back where you really belong. You are always welcome home, welcome home. You've been kept down from much too